Hey, it's Holly. And one of the conversations that, in fact, came up today because I was talking to someone who worked at Pinterest about kind of my Pinterest account and the kind of the changes that we've seen across social media in general. It's been a trend for quite some time. If you look at any of the newer social media networks that have come out in the last 5, 6 years, generally they don't have the ability to add links other than like link in bio, or it's with kind of a secondary or tertiary field like a story or something like that. And what that means is that it's really difficult for bloggers to get an ROI on their content investment on these platforms from blogging. Now, there's lots of ways to make money on these platforms that are secondary to blogging or adjacent to blogging. But if you are a blogger that creates content and monetizes that content on your site, it's been really, really difficult to, spend, 30 hours creating Instagram content over a quarter and then getting anything in return on your blog. Now, if you're selling products, if you have, affiliate income and that kind of stuff, I think that's where you're going to find better chance at that. But as far as pure traffic goes, it's been really hard. Now, with the changes that have been happening on Facebook over I would say the last year, and it's probably reached back further than that, but it's been really drastic in the last probably 6 months, is that and I think to a certain extent, it's because some of the legal action that some countries like Canada over the news cycle, and also in states like California over the news cycle, where the news agencies went to Facebook and said, hey, if you're going to send us traffic, you have to pay for it. Obviously, their monetization is a little bit different than ours because that's just ridiculous. Like, one of the beautiful things about Facebook in the past has been that you could get an ROI, really spend a lot of time making really amazing content for Facebook, and then you could get paid on the back end by traffic being sent to your site from Facebook. Large amounts of traffic. Even up until a year ago, I was getting about 1.2 million page views a month from Facebook. And so obviously that means that's one of my primary jobs is to make sure that the Facebook page is robust, that we're putting out content that Facebook users love, that we see what's working, and really give our Facebook audience our first and best stuff. So, but what does that look like as we go forward? Well, for one thing is in Facebook, I don't know if they understand this, but Instagram and these other places understand that if you cut off the ability for me to monetize on your platform, then you're going to become less important to my business because I need to shift my efforts elsewhere. So what does that look like today for us? For right now, we're on bare minimum kind of effort to just see with occasional testing. So I've pulled back, all the people that used to work a lot on Facebook because I can't pay them with what I'm making off of Facebook. But that doesn't mean I've just abandoned the page, because I have been around long enough to see cycles happen. Now, this is the most drastic cycle that we've been through to date. So I don't know what tomorrow holds, but I also don't want to be that person that walked away from a page with over 3 million fans because I can't make it work within my current monetization strategy. So maximizing what we're putting out there, the links that we're putting out there, the links going out in a way that have the best chance of catching, like the subject matter is the best chance of catching some attention on Facebook. So no longer are we in the days of, post it all to Facebook. We're really in the days of will it work? Probably, or yes, it's going to go out. How will it work the best? Being really thoughtful about making sure that it's in the best possible situation, whether it be a link post or an image with a link in the description. And we're still varying that on a regular basis. It's You're unable to schedule right now, and hopefully this will change. Unable to schedule link posts right now, anyway. So we're doing a lot of live posting, and then of course cutting back our effort completely. So whereas I had basically a team that worked a lot on Facebook, now we have one or two people that check it every day. So that is where we're going on that, because if I can't monetize something like Facebook, then it becomes a hobby for me. Well, if it's a hobby, then I'm going to pick something that I like a lot more than Facebook. And it's really, really sad. And that's one of the conversations I had with the Pinterest person today, is that I remember 5 years ago, 6 years ago, Facebook was really a fun place. Like you go and there's all sorts of ideas and recipes and fun things to do, and groups that were associated with all those positive energy type things. And as they pulled that content and that the ability for user generated content at a higher level, you're always going to get a better level of content when you kind of are working hand in hand with content creators. So I'm putting my best and brightest on Facebook back then, whereas now it's not worth my effort. So they're relying on, my aunt or my grandma to actually post on Facebook in a way that is engaging to others. And I think it has become one of those places that where people are just fighting all the time, and there's really negative conversations. The only thing that's getting attention is stuff that like I don't even want to be a part of. And it really hurts my heart to see what's happened to Facebook over the last year. But I really do, I think, really take it down to removing quality content has really decreased the experience and set Facebook apart from Instagram. So Instagram, is a different like environment where people are just posting pictures or short videos and stuff like that. But Facebook was a place to share and sharing ideas, sharing conversations, sharing communities. And I think a lot of that is lost when you take out that quality content that bonds people together. So the going forward is really contracting down to the minimum viable product, sending out testing on a regular basis as far as, let's try these things and see if they might catch. Going back and seeing how those little experiments work to see if it might be something you can leverage for the future. And then in the meantime, really emphasizing the social media platforms that are sending traffic. So right now, whereas for most of my blogging career, or at least the last 8 years, most of my strategy, effort, my skill set were set towards Facebook, because that's what I was getting the highest ROI on. Whereas now, all my skill set is going towards Pinterest. I'm doing that personally now. I'm pinning daily, live pinning, scheduling pins myself, and creating pins myself, because it is one of those things that is a higher ROI. So when you look at where you're going to spend your time, is looking at what is the ROI to your actual monetization. And then one of the things that we are doing on Facebook is testing out some other monetization ways to reach that large audience and hopefully find something sustainable that doesn't just become a hobby that I hate.